Did you know that your job can literally make or break your mental health? Think about it. You're spending 40 hours a week. Let's just say it's 40, even though for many of us it's way more than 40. Let's just say you're spending 40 hours a week at this job that you do not like. That's 40 hours, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week on average. 40 hours every week doing something you don't want to do, being somewhere you don't want to be, being in an environment you don't want to be in, being surrounded by employees that you don't want to be surrounded by. And all of that negative shit, those negative emotions, that negative vibe. You walk out of work, you feel like you walked out of prison. You go to work, you feel like you're going to prison. That tends to affect your mental health so much. And listen, guys, I have to admit this. For the past, I would say 11 months, I've been working at a job I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm miserable at, but honestly, I am not happy. I'm far from happy at this job. Working as a pharmacist at this pharmacy that's literally in the hood. You know, they pay me fairly well. The technicians there barely talk. Except for this one guy, he talks more than the technicians. He's cool when it comes to talking. But the rest, they're just very quiet. And I feel like my boss is up my ass about everything. Micromanaging the business, making sure everything was billed the right way. All these prescriptions were billed the right way. Calling the doctors, doing all these things. I understand it's her business. But the bottom line is how it affects me, because that's why I'm making this video. It's affecting my mental health. I'm not gonna lie. And it's been affecting my mental health for the past 11 months. And that's why, guys, when you're in a position like this, you need to proactively do something about it and start applying elsewhere. Refine your resume, which I did, thankfully, and start applying elsewhere. Start applying to places that are better than this spot. Even if it may not be ideal, but still better than this spot. Whether it's saving you your time, whether it's giving you more money. At the current job I'm in right now, I mean, it's the good thing about it is the fact that it's 4 days a week. 9 hours a day, 4 days a week. The bad part is it's an hour away each way. An hour away each way. It's a lot. It's tough. And sometimes coming back, it takes more than an hour. Not usually, but sometimes. So by the time I come back home, I'm exhausted. I'm like, shit, I feel like I can't really talk to anyone. I'm so exhausted. I mean, I still make time for the gym on those days, like one day a week on the working days and 2 days a week on the non-working days. For 3 days a week total to cover all my body, you know, compound workouts and stuff. But anyways, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at that job, and to be honest, it affects my mental health in some way, shape, or form. I'd be lying if I told you that, yeah, I'm this life coach who has everything figured out. I have a perfect life. Everything is sunshine and roses. No, it's not like that. At least, you know, not currently. But thankfully, I'm finding out ways to improve myself. I refined my resume, I applied to jobs, and I got a few interview phone calls that I already, you know, had. And so let's see where the next step is going to take us. But the whole gist of the video, man, is if you're working at a job that you are not fond of, you need to find a way out. Don't just tell yourself, yeah, I'm just going to toughen this up. And don't listen to those guys who tell you, yeah, you got to be tough to pay off your rent. Yes, I understand that, but that's going to come at an expense. At the expense of what? Your mental health. And your mental health, in my opinion, is more important than anything. Your health in general is more important than anything. Under that umbrella of health, it comes your mental health. So if you're at a job right now where you have either a shitty boss, shitty coworkers who talk shit and do things like that. I don't really have that because it's a small business. But coworkers who talk shit, coworkers who are backbiting and talking about one another, a boss who is just not friendly to you. You don't really feel like you're excited to go in. You don't really click well with the coworkers. Plus it's far. Plus it doesn't pay you that much. It's time to look for somewhere else, for a new spot. The worst feeling in the world is when it's Sunday and you have work tomorrow at a spot that you don't want to be in. And I'm going to be honest, that's the exact position I'm in right now. However, like I said, I don't like to just complain about things. I like to actually, sure, I could complain for a small period of time, but then do something about it. I've been applying to so many jobs the past 2.5 to 3 months. Many jobs. Find my resume and apply to many jobs. All types of jobs. Even if I knew or thought that there's a very small chance that I'll actually be considered for this job, but I still did it anyways. So you should think the same. Tell yourself, listen, like, this isn't serving me now. Sure, I'll toughen it up for a period of a few months. But besides that, I'm gonna apply elsewhere. I don't need to deal with this shit. I could be making more money. I could be in a happier place. I could be with a more understanding boss, a more understanding technicians or other employees, coworkers. I want to deal with people who are easy to deal with, sociable. For me personally, I'm very extroverted, very sociable. So for me, I want to be in an environment where I can talk freely with my coworkers, have a good time, talk. Oh, how was the weekend, man? Oh, it was nice, blah, blah, blah. And then talk to each other about personal stuff, cool stuff, obviously, not like personal, but like cool stuff while we're working. That makes the shift more manageable, more doable, more fun at least. And so for the time being, that's what I'm doing as a pharmacist. But I have long-term plans, looking into entrepreneurship and other ways to make money and, diversify my experiences. And of course, YouTube. But yeah, man, the long story short is your mental health is dramatically dependent on your job. Because if you're working a shitty job with all those hours a week, not to mention the commute time, not to mention thinking about it when you first wake up, not to mention preparing for it at night to go to work the next day, if those things aren't in check, you will suffer to some degree. Me personally, I'm not miserable right now, but I'm not the happiest either because of the job. A big portion of it is because of the job. It's in the hood. That tends to affect your mindset. No matter who you are, whoever you are watching this, you're thinking, oh yeah, he's making it a big deal. No, I'm not. If you're working in the hood, at the end of the day, that tends to affect you in some way, shape, or form because you're surrounded by poor people, too many of them. They all have the same poverty mindset. They all come to the pharmacy with the same poverty mindset. People are probably dealing drugs across the street. A lot of people come to the pharmacy smelling like weed, talking to the pharmacist as if it's a damn barbershop, as if it's not a pharmacy. Y'all got that Tylenol? I swear to God, a lot of times women came to the pharmacy saying that. Older women. Y'all got that Tylenol? Open the door and saying that. It's a pharmacy. It's a professional environment. You don't talk like that in a pharmacy. It's not a damn barbershop. But yeah, the job you work, where you work, and who you work with absolutely impact your mental health. That's why you have to make sure you're choosing a spot that you're at least comfortable with. Maybe you don't like everything about that spot, but choose a spot that you're at least somewhat comfortable with. And then the goal is to eventually improve your life and improve your job until you're at a position where you absolutely love your job, or you absolutely love what you do. You love what you do on the side. You love spending time at work and managing that, and of course enjoying the profits. You love being in a position where you can improve and increase your numbers in the business and just improve yourself, diversify your business, diversify yourself. That's the goal. The goal is to be happy, to be in a better place mentally, spiritually, physically, everything. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal isn't just money. The ultimate goal isn't just mental health. It's everything. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. Those are the four main components of success. Health, wealth, love, happiness. If you're at a job right now that's paying you well, but you're absolutely miserable, you're not successful. I'm sorry. Maybe you're financially successful, but that's about it. And you probably don't even have time to go work out and go to hit the gym. Here you are talking about success, quote unquote. You're not even successful if you're at a job that only pays you well and everything else about it makes you miserable. No. Success to me is when I'm at a job that I'm comfortable with and that I actually enjoy, at least I enjoy most of, and I get to do the things that I want to do in my life, such as work out, be with my friends, network with people, do fun activities, travel the world. That's one of my big dreams, to travel the entire world. God willing, I should be able to do it. All these things, that's what makes a successful person. Things that influence your mental health and they actually make you feel better. So your mental health is everything. You got to make sure you're doing everything in your power to improve your mental health no matter what, by any means necessary. Sometimes it means you have to cut off your friends for a while. Sometimes it means you have to cut off your family for a while. As bad as that sounds, sometimes in life you have to do things like this. Sometimes in life you have to do things that are not exactly pleasant to everybody. And it's not because you're a bad person, it's because you have to focus on yourself and improving yourself, at least for a small period of time, until things get better, until you figure this thing out or that thing out. So that's my point, guys. That's my point, dude. Or sis, if you're watching this. But yeah, just, take this message as a sign to improve your mental health. If you already have good mental health, God bless you. God bless you, man. But just, maybe this is to preserve your mental health and make it even better. If you're at a job that you don't like myself, figure out ways to get the hell out of there proactively instead of complaining and bitching and moaning about it. Proactively, so you can lead a happier life long term. For the time being, just endure it. Refine your resume, number one. Number two, start applying for the jobs that are way better for you, and get your resume reviewed by a professional or by someone who's worked in that field before. That's exactly what you want to do to make sure your mental health is on point. If your mental health is suffering, your life will suffer. You will not lead a happy, healthy life long term. Sure, are there periods in life where things are tough and you just have to, push through? Absolutely. But that shouldn't be the normal, that your mental health is suffering. That shouldn't be the normal, where you're enduring all of that suffering, all that pain for months at a time and nothing's changing. And you don't feel comfortable at your job. You don't feel like you're with the right people. No, that's not right. I completely disagree with that mentality. It's not just about, work hard, work hard, work hard. No. It's work hard in the spot that you're supposed to work at. Not just anywhere. That doesn't make you smart. Hard work alone does not make you smart. As a matter of fact, smart work is way more important than hard work. If hard work was more important, then custodians would probably be, and janitors, right? They'd probably be millionaires. If hard work alone were the key to success and becoming like a millionaire, you know what I mean? But that's not the case. So yeah, man, think about that. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, share the video if you found any value, and I will see you in the next one, brother. Take care.